Welcome to the Dan Sports Tips Daily Fantasy MLB show for today, the 28th of May. I'm looking at everything you're going to need to succeed in your matchups on DraftKings today. I'm going to start with looking at the pitchers. Now, in all honesty, today, pitcher looks really top heavy. It doesn't look to me like there's a lot of value further down the card. I will start at the top with Noah Syndegaard of the New York Mets for $13,000. It's a lot of money. It's more than I'd like to spend on a pitcher, but Thor is elite. He's got 0.82 ERA. His last three starts with 27 strikeouts and the 1 walk. The last two against Milwaukee and Washington was 7 shutout innings with double-digit punch-outs. He is as secure a cost as there is on the slate, but you do have to pay that price to get him. Zack Greinke of Arizona for $11,100 seems to have settled down after the horror show of the start to the season for him. He's logged at least 7 innings and 7 strikeouts the last twice, with 3 and 1 earned runs respectively. He now gets to face the light-hitting Padres, who've got the 4th least runs and the 3rd most strikeouts in baseball this year. They did put double digits up on the D-backs yesterday, but lightning can't strike twice. Surely the Snakes will win behind Greinke today. Danny Salazar of the Cleveland Indians for $10,600. I'm kind of looking to swerve this game if I can, but because the weather forecast doesn't look good. But if it goes ahead, Salazar has got an Orioles lineup that are streaking up the strikeout tables at the moment after their record-setting number posted in the recent 3-game series of 52 or 56 strikeouts over 3 games. Salazar's got 67 strikeouts in 54 and a third. If he controls the walks and goes deep into this game, he could put up outstanding numbers. That obviously is where your risk lies. He's only got to 7 innings in 50% of his starts this year, which for the price you're paying for him at $10,600, you will require. It's probably best swerved looking at the weather forecast, but Salazar does have upside. If you want to shop in the bargain bin and try and get some calls exposure, Cesar Vargas of the San Diego Padres for $5,700. He's been solid the last twice on the hill. 2 earned runs with 7 strikeouts in 5 and 7 innings respectively in each of the last 2 starts. It's reasonable to expect 6 innings, 6 strikeouts, but whether or not he's going to get the win against Greinke, that could be more of an issue for you in this matchup. There isn't a lot. I mean, you can take a punt on someone like a Yordano Ventura or Carlos Rodon, but there's really not a lot down there at the bottom end in pitchers, so I think you probably have to pay up and make your sacrifices somewhere else. Looking at the stacks of the day, how can we stack the lineups to ensure that we do get maximum points potential scored? You can look at calls. I'm going to swerve calls because I'm going to be spending a bit more money than I'll usually like to at pitcher. Calls. You've got the matchup today with Bumgarner's pitching there as well, so a lot of the Rockies probably aren't in play against him. I will certainly be looking to stack Chicago Cubs. We know that Wrigley is a great park for hitters. Wind conditions are blowing out in the forecast at Wrigley today. It's going to be hot and humid. The ball should be flying there. Jared Eichhoff shut down the Braves the last time to end a streak of 5 games with at least 3 earned runs allowed, but that's the Braves. Does it really count? He hasn't faced anything like this Cubs offense this year. All 4 that I'm going to put up in this stack have hit right-handed pitching particularly well. I'm going to call a Kris Bryant home run tonight for 3 in a row as well. Outfielder Dexter Fowler for $4,500 is hitting .318 with 5 home runs and 6 stolen bases. He enjoys the platoon from the leadoff spot. First baseman Anthony Rizzo for $4,100 also enjoys the platoon, .234 with 11 home runs this year. Switch hitting second baseman Ben Zobrist for $4,500, .350 with 6 homers this year. And Kris Bryant qualifies at third or the outfield, whichever one you want to use him is fine. He's $4,800, .280, 11 home runs, and as I said, he's hit a home run in each of the last 2 games. There's a Brewers mini stack. Went well with the Brewers stack last night. They get to play Alfredo Simon today. Need I say any more? We'll take Ryan Braun in the outfield for $5,000. He's hitting .353 with 9 home runs. And catcher Jonathan Lucroy for $4,300. He has 2 home runs off of Alfredo Simon. He's hitting .280 with 7 home runs this year. He went deep last night. Both of these hit righties well. And a mini stack of left-handed Seattle power hitters against the homer-prone Phil Hughes, even if the park at the safe is a drawback. Second baseman Robinson Cano for 5,100 is 294 with 14 homers this year, 2 of them in his last 3 games. And third baseman Carl Seager for 4,000, he's 251 with 8 home runs this year as well. Those are the stacks I'll be looking in my lineups today. Looking at foundation players, the players that we should be using to build the foundations of a solid lineup today. At first base, I'll take Carlos Santana of Cleveland if the game goes ahead, 4,600. He has a home run off of Ubaldo Jimenez, 226, 8 homers, does hit right-handed pitching well, and Jimenez has allowed 16 earned runs across his last 3 starts. My second baseman is Daniel Murphy of the Washington Nationals for 4,800. He'll hit from the right side of the platoon against Adam Wainwright. He damages right-handed pitching. He's hitting an MLB leading 393, and he has 7 home runs this year. Third baseman, also in the outfield, Kris Bryant for 4,800. He's hitting 280 with 11 home runs. Conditions and park look fantastic tonight. He's hit a home run on each of the last 2 nights. My shortstop, which looks a very difficult position today in my opinion, also qualifies at third, Manny Machado, 4,600. I think you do have to pay up here. He's got a home run off of Salazar should the game go ahead. He's hitting 323 with 13 homers. He went 4 for 5 last night, and he hits right-handed pitching as well as any shortstop. And in the outfield, I'll take Mike Trout of the Angels. He's hitting 320 with 10 homers this year. He'll set you back 5,200. He's hit left-handed pitching well. He enjoys the platoon with Dallas Keuchel, and Keuchel's allowed 7 runs in 2 of his last 3 starts. As for my value plays, the players just to finish off our lineups, my catcher today is Jonathan Lucroy of the Milwaukee Brewers for 4,300. He has 2 home runs off Alfredo Simon, hitting 280, 7 home runs on the year, and had a home run last night. At first base, just like yesterday, I'll take Justin Bour of the Miami Marlins for 3,500. 257, 9 home runs. Enjoys the platoon advantage, and Aaron Blair has been poor. And just a bit more deja vu, my second baseman is Derek Dietrich, who also qualifies at third for the Miami Marlins for 3,300, another with the platoon advantage, hitting 300 with 2 homers this year. My third baseman is Yunel Escobar of the Los Angeles Angels for 3,300, hits up the top of the lineup in the leadoff spot. He's hitting 312 with 3 home runs and enjoys the platoon advantage in the matchup today. Shortstop is Zack Cozart of the Cincinnati Reds for 297. He's hitting 297. He's got 5 home runs this year. It's a nice park and an inconsistent opponent in Chase Anderson of the Brewers. My outfielder is Michael Conforto of the New York Mets. He's 3,600. Crushes right-handed pitching. Kenta Maeda is developing a home run trait. Conforto has hit 270 this year with 8 home runs. That is all I have for you today. The best of luck with your lineups, and I'll be back tomorrow. Thanks for watching the show. Don't forget to like the video, hit me up in the comments with the daily fantasy plays you like today, and press that subscribe button. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter. I will be here all MLB season and through the NFL season with daily fantasy sports advice. If you haven't signed up yet, or you're interested in starting to play daily fantasy sports, please click the link in the description for this video, and that'll take you where you need to go to start playing with DraftKings today. Best of luck with your lineups, and have a great day.